This is a review for the Riverbend RV Park located in Montrose, Colorado. We stayed here towards the end of June 2022 and we stayed in a riverfront back in sight. The cost, when you include tax and all of that stuff, was $93 a night. Let's show you some more of the park. As we pull in here, you can see the security gate, which was really nice to know that they had that level of security. This is our campsite at the Riverbend RV Park located in Montrose, Colorado. You can see there is our hookup. So we have 50 amp water and septic. And we are a riverfront site, which is really spectacular. If you come back here, we are right on the water. In fact, the roaring river, it's a little loud. But absolutely beautiful. Not the kind of river you're going to dip your toes into. It definitely wouldn't be safe. Although we did see some kayakers yesterday. I'll show you some video of that. But it is beautiful to have the river and then a bunch of green space actually behind us. So it's very quiet. We can just leave our blinds open. Really nice. We have a fire pit here at our site. And there's also a picnic table here. And it's actually a very wide site. It's almost like two sites. So it is all just gravel, but we have room for the RV and then we have plenty of room for the Jeep to fit here as well. So plenty of space. We could pull out our awning and fit everything that we need to in this space for sure. Lots of different green spaces, and I'll show you some different video of what it looks like around the park. This is the front office space. It's where they have some of the bathrooms and the laundry facilities. And then they have this big open green space. There's some chairs out here, some fire pits. They have this fun teepee, which kind of fits in with the area. We're not that far from the Ute Museum. And just great community space if you end up having a larger group with you, which is really nice. And then you can see there is some overflow parking if you have an additional vehicle with you. And then different sites throughout the park. So some of these are kind of back in overlooking a little bit of a lake feature. And then we, of course, are along the riverfront. And then there's some others that are kind of by some great green space. You can see they have some propane fill here as well, which makes it nice and convenient. And the park also has cabins and tent sites available. So if you have some other people with you that need one of those, they're not in an RV, there's some other options for you. Another thing to mention is that they do mention on their website, and when you check in and sign the terms and agreements, they have plug-in for electric vehicles. So if you want to bring an EV vehicle, it's just $6 a day extra. A riverfront spot was really nice for doing our homeschooling and stuff out on the picnic table. We enjoyed watching some kayakers and stuff pass by on one of the days while we were there. So along the back edge of the RV park, there is this great open green space. They have some picnic benches. The roaring river is all along here. They have grass nicely planted. And then you can see that kind of heads into the actual RV park. And we're probably, 8 spots back. These would be the back spots with the tree-lined wall or whatever they call it. And then these kind of overlook a little bit of a pond. So I think that's how they're defined on the website with the different types of sites. We are a riverfront site. I love how they have taken these old trees and carved out the centers and made these planter boxes from them. They are really thriving. They have them all over the park. We are actually hanging out here at the dog park. So this is a great dog park. They pretty much took this big green space, fenced it in, and then they have a little lock on it. And we can come over here and throw the ball because our dog just loves catching the ball, and you can't usually have her off leash. So this just works perfectly for us. So this is great. You can see we are surrounded by RVs all around us. at this spot. And then they have a little bit of a pond over here. You can see the aerator kind of spraying some water. You can't get in that water, but it's pretty to look at, which is nice. And then there's another common area back behind the propane tank that's right there. There's a little common area, and we saw some kids playing ping pong ball at it yesterday. And then off to my left here, there's our RV, and just behind is where the roaring river is at. This is one of the other common areas. So we saw some kids playing ping pong ball. I guess they were just doing it on those little park benches there, but they have some nice Adirondacks chairs and a green space set up. And then they have one of these over by the office as well, where they have a fire pit. There's a great bike trail that goes along the Uncompahgre River for a long stretch. And you can see right there is the RV park. And there's our RV. Wow, so close. And you get this beautiful view as you're taking the trail. And if you take it far enough, you can go out to a really nice park. Because we didn't have a playground at this campground, it was nice to be able to take the bikes out on the path and head to a really nice playground that they had in Montrose. The other thing that's really close by, like within walking distance close, is the Ute Museum, and this is really spectacular to check this out. It's really educational for adults and very entertaining for kids as well. And if you're stopping in Montrose, probably your main goal is to see the Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. And if it's not, it should be, because it is a beautiful park, highly underrated. There's so many cool things to see. You can take your RV here if you're heading by here, like on Highway 50 on your way to Montrose. But I can tell you it's really hard to find adequate parking. We're there with our RV on that spot, but we've had the best experiences when we've been able to just go over in the Jeep and park anywhere we want and really enjoy the sunsets and hiking around the canyon and seeing all of the great sights. So definitely worth stopping here when you visit the Riverbend RV Resort. I hope this review was useful to you. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at RV Homeschool. Thank you so much for watching.